I'm Phil from Scorptec, and today we're taking a brief look at the new 3D monitor by Samsung that doesn't need 3D glasses. This here is the Samsung Odyssey 3D G90XF 27. 165Hz 4K UHD IPS gaming monitor, and no, your ears haven't deceived you. This is in fact a 3D monitor that is capable of displaying 3D images like the movies, but without the need for glasses. Some of you may have enough back pain to remember a time when 3D TVs existed, needing active 3D glasses and costing the GDP of a small country. However, those days have long since passed. Samsung says this monitor will let you game in a whole new dimension by giving you 3D experiences through their Odyssey 3D hub, as well as using the power of AI to transform existing content into 3D. And I'll be honest, I don't believe it. I do not understand how this monitor can display a 3D image, like in the cinema, without 3D glasses. There's a 3D film with glasses, without glasses. It's a glassesless experience without glasses, same as with glasses, but without glasses. I don't believe how this can give the same experience. In this first look, we're skipping the spec sheet, and we're gonna find out what it's actually like to use a glassesless 3D monitor. As I mentioned before, the Samsung 3D monitor has what they call the Odyssey 3D hub, which is their curated 3D experience. We haven't launched it before, so we're going to try that now. This is already running in 3D mode, and it is genuinely blowing my mind. It's probably worth explaining how this works before I get too deep into this. The TLDR is, it's got cameras basically built into the top of the screen here. These cameras track your eyes and your face, and based on where it detects you're looking on the screen, it'll alter the visuals on the screen to give it a 3D effect. So when you look away, you can actually see it kind of lose tracking with your face. And if I fully step away from it, it actually switches off all the 3D effects completely and just reverts back to being a 2D screen. It knows that I'm not there anymore. Now I'm here. And it's taken a second to figure it out, and there we go, it's found me again. The really freaky thing is that because it knows where my head is and it knows where my eyes are, it knows where the mouse pointer should be in relation to me between my eyes and the image in the screen.
The missile knows where it is at all times.
And the only way I can really describe what I mean by that is that if you were looking down a gun sight and you had to align the thing at the end with the two things at the front, and that parallax that happens when you're when you're moving your head. I don't even know how to describe this.
The position where it is now the position that it wasn't, and it follows that the position that it was.
It feels like the mouse pointer's like floating here. Straight away, that's already just extremely satisfying. Very cool. I think the game we're probably most excited about testing.
Wait, Phil, hold on. You don't actually have a mic on.
Oh, that would be useful. And also if it was on.
No, I didn't fail. You did.
I just want to have it on the record. When Samsung first announced this monitor, I was really excited to see Wigmund released in 3D. Because it's the wiggiest, I guess you just press play. That's really creepy. The balls coming in from the side. It was like, ugh, oh no, it's so weird.
Vigman. In crepuscular times, no one could see the light.
I have no idea what crepuscular means. Other than that, let's continue with, we're gonna start a new game. I'm going to play it as Impossible Plus because I hate myself. Anything you look at, like the UI is kind of like here and everything else is there. It's really strange. So because I've been looking forward to playing Vigman so much, we know exactly how to play it. So we're just going to go ahead and do that now. By starting to play the game.
Of course, the best possible way to experience 3D is from an isometric angle.
Obviously, we are in the optimum gaming position right now, at a 45-degree angle to the screen, and yet the 3D still functions perfectly. So as we can see, Vigman is walking around. Guess I just have to punch this pig. Yeah. So yep. Yeah, this is why we don't do Let's Plays. Although I'll gladly take requests for our first Twitch stream. Can you imagine me doing a live playthrough of any game if this is the quality of content?
Got me.
Hey, let us know in the chat where we should walk Vigman.
It's a very pretty game.
It's very colourful.
Describe some of the things that are sticking out to you that's mostly 3D.
The HUD is on its own sort of like foreground layer, and everything else feels like it's kind of, I don't know, 20 or 30 centimeters behind that. Ground textures and the graph being quite long, it sort of feels like it's coming out of the screen. Makes it feel very, very like I mean, three-dimensional, what can I tell you? It's a 3D monitor. That's the end of the review. I hope you've enjoyed that. We've gotten sick of Wigmund. We're now playing Cat Simulator. And you're playing a game that's not a Wigmund style game, and you can get down on the level and actually look forward. That blade of grass there feels like it's like touching my nose almost. So although the 3D effects were like interesting in Wigmund, they're like very obvious and very visceral in a game like this. So there's this bit going through the tutorial where you come up to this wall face and there's a gutter or something that goes underneath, and you have that roof kind of, it feels like it's scraping the top of your head when you're looking at it in 3D. It's really, really creepy. We tried to watch our favorite film, The Liver King, wasn't really able to convert it into 3D and the screen just went black. However, we did find that if we just downloaded a picture of him and we open it in Windows Picture Viewer and then we go to full screen and then you click the yes convert to 3D option, then I am very pleased to announce that it does in fact convert that image into 3D. So now I have his beard, sort of. What else would we like to see in the third dimension? Maybe some computers? Yeah, no, that works. Also want to try a cat. Yep, we have Jensen Huang and, oh, magnificent. I feel like I'm in the room with him. I feel like I'm there on stage. And now just some pickles, just some regular dill pickles. We now have three-dimensional dill pickles. Stray was fun in 3D. Wigmund was better than that, but I think pickles definitely topped the list. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. So kind of to summarize our experience with the Samsung Odyssey 3D over the past few days. So the good. Super immersive 3D. It's every bit as good as VR or 3D with glasses, but obviously the pros of not having to be sort of isolated in that VR world. It brings you into the game, so obviously 3D content makes you feel very sort of part of the world, especially in an RPG game where you're exploring the world in a more meaningful way than perhaps you would in an FPS shooter. Yeah, 3D, super immersive. 2D mode, it's super sharp, super high quality, as you'd expect. The gloss finish on the screen gives you like really saturated colors. I find the colors are super rich. Beautiful product design. The monitor itself, the casing feels extremely well built. The stand is like this solid aluminium or steel, so it feels very cold and very like chunky and just real premium quality. So super luxurious feeling. Now the needs improvement. Although the 3D content is really, really exciting when you can find it, the problem at the moment seems to be that it's difficult to discover what content is available in 3D. So although they have the Odyssey 3D hub that shows you which games they have officially supported with this 3D mode, the list there is relatively short, and we've been assured that there's a lot more content that is compatible, but there's no like repository that shows you what movies will come in 3D, where to find them, what games can come in 3D, which ones are officially supported, which ones are unofficially supported but still work. Something like that would be really useful. The gloss screen, I said the gloss is a plus before. Some people hate gloss screens, that's fine. I love them. I don't usually play games with a giant neon behind me and a giant light above me. Some people like it, some people don't. I like it. I would love to see this technology put into large format panels, like a 49-inch ultra wide, 55-inch, whatever, for sim racing or for flight sims.
I want to see it with glasses.
I think if we try it with glasses, holy sh! So who's this monitor for? I'd say it's people who want the VR experience without the VR drawback, or you just want to try something really cool and new. It's definitely a really different experience, something I've never thought would be technically possible, and it absolutely is as amazing as playing in VR with none of the. But don't take our word for it. You can go into a Scorptec store right now and test it out for yourself.
Maybe try again without an
But come into one of our stores.
Again. Again.
So come into one of our stores and check it out. It's definitely worth seeing firsthand. I don't know why I'm trying to add more to it. Just come in and see it. Come in and try it for yourself. It's worth seeing yourself. Come in and try it yourself. It's worth trying for yourself. Come in yourself and try it for yourself, because you yourself and you by yourself, firsthand with one hand. Just come in and try it, please, so I don't have to keep shooting this outro.
God.
I would say that generally the experience so far, though rooted in the first dimension, exists across 3 dimensions. However, if we were to then map time over that, see, the thing we haven't really considered yet is the multi-dimensional theory. If Wigmund was here right now, the light just turned off. And now I am Batman.
I'm gonna cut.
And now I am Batman.